Hey guys, GoToBoy32 here. Check it out. This is a full-blown tabletop review of TriStar Canic 55 C100. Stand by. Hey guys, GoToBoy32 here. Check it out. Got a cup of coffee. It is early in the morning. The birds are chirping, and we have ourselves a new box here. Now let's talk about a couple of things. I just want to show you guys this. This is my TriStar T120, and I got to be perfectly honest with you. I've never been more pleased with the firearm ever. Huge value, and so much so. I just want you to listen to this, man. This thing, listen. That, my friend, is a smooth slide. And the trigger pull on this thing is just really working itself in. Just perfect. And I'm going to change the springs out. We'll do some customization work here in a little bit. But wow, check that out. So anyway, one of the reasons why I continue to lean towards these guys is I've actually gone to the dealer. I've held the CZ. I've examined the CZ closely, and to be perfectly honest with you, the workmanship in one of these is on par with the CZ, especially with the coatings and everything else. And you know what, the name is the name, but again, if you follow my channel, you know I'm all about value, which is one of the reasons why I personally move this damn box out of the way. Let's just keep looking at that. That is a beautiful firearm. Now my brother, he calls these clown grips, and I'm not going to disagree with him. They are pretty damn bright. We're going to have to order a new set of grips here in about another 3 or 4 days for this guy right here. So let's set that aside. We're going to talk about the new baby right here. This is, gentlemen, introducing the TriStar C100. Now, you may ask me, why in the world you want to do something like this? Well, you know what? I'm trying to put together a firearms collection before the end of this year because of the upcoming elections, and we all know where that's pretty much heading. And pending a miracle, we're probably going to see some gun restrictions here in the next 24 months. So, with that being said, this is where I'm going. Anything that's got a 10 plus magazine capacity is going to be on the radar, and this was one of them. And I really found out I like this firearm. With a lot of research, this guy right here came out looking like it wanted to be my next gun. Now, it comes with this thing on there. I've already removed it, and I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people have made comments about this thing. Why do y'all do this? I don't know. Is it to protect the finish on there? Because it is a pain in the ass to take off. And if you're doing reviews like I am, I'm not going to stick the damn thing back on there. But anyway, let's talk about the firearm as we would any other one. All right. First of all, you're going to start off with the box. The box comes with, again, the firearm itself. It's got this really nice closed cell foam here. We've got this, I don't know why to even bother putting this in here, but a speed loader kind of a deal here. It comes with 2 magazines. These magazines are 15+1. They are a Metgar magazine. And they've got the Canic compact 9mm 15 round capacity on these things. So you've got yourself right out of the bat 15 round capacity firearm in a compact frame. Now the only thing that I would say is that these magazines here are they're a little difficult to find right now, but no big deal. So we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of down the road. So up top, we're going to talk about a couple things. You can open this thing up. We've purchased this thing from Academy Sports, and the reason I went ahead and got this bad boy is that they're getting a little scarce right now, and I wanted to go ahead and get one. I called their corporate office, and they said that they had 2 in stock, and so I went to the actual store. They said, no, this is the last one. So anyway, she retails without tax tags, titles, fee, underwash, body wash, assembly, and all that other neat jazz for $329. $329.99 or something like that. What you get an actual lock right here. You get the information manual right here, cleaning rod, and a cleaning brush. But that's basically it. You get your warranty and ISO 9000 card, yada yada yada. She's distributed from TriStar Sporting Arms, North Kansas City, Missouri. Nice that they give you an address right here and a website. Guys, that's it. Now, if you know about me, I'm talking about value, 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 value all day long. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. That's one of the reasons why this guy right here won the bet over so many other firearms. So, with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm going to take you to the box, get rid of the box, move it out of the way. I mean, it's a box. Nothing to write home about. It's not a Springfield Armory box. But we'll go ahead and take that out. Let's go ahead and disassemble this thing, show you the parts and pieces, and then next week we're going to go ahead and take it to the range and run some rounds down through it. I'm really excited to see how she performs. So let's move ahead and get this started. Alright guys, first thing you'll notice is the screen is highly overexposed, and one of the reasons I do that is so you can see the details of the firearm itself, because a lot of times without the thing being lit up like that, you're not going to be able to see the finish in the way it's supposed to be. Now I just wanted to show you this thing. Anyone who talks trash about this guy right here is either a snob or doesn't know what they're talking about. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you're angry about buying a gun from a country like Turkey, well, you know what? Sorry. It's kind of like those guys in North Carolina that don't want to move their companies in North Carolina, but they're happy to have it in India, where the same thing that they're arguing about here is illegal. You know, you're a bunch of pigs. Let's take a look at this thing. We're going to go front to back real carefully and slowly and methodically. The back, nice smooth area surface right here. We've got a really nice beaver tail right there. It lends itself to a good purchase on it. And that's one of the things I do admire these guys right here, especially. They are identical. And I'm going to show you something really cool here in a few minutes. You've got a nice skeletonized hammer. And one of the reasons I like this hammer better than I do actually the CZ hammer, because the CZ is more like a rounded. This thing with the serrated edges right there is very nice. It's great grip. And when you don't have a decocker, guys, that's pretty important. So we got some striations on the front of the front strap. I love the lines of these things. Look how smooth that is. Look how pretty that is. Now, I'm not sure if you can move. Oh, well, hell, get down with it. Magazine number 2. I'm not sure if you can change these around. I'm sure you possibly could. It looks like you could. But I'm not sure. I don't have any intention of doing that because, hey, I'm perfect. I'm right-handed. I hate it for you guys. All right, so you've got a safety switch right here. This does not have a decocker, so you can carry this thing with the safety on cocked and locked. Now, I'm not a big fan of carrying this particular firearm cocked and locked because it is a double action, and it's not as smooth a double action as I'd like. But everybody's like, well, the double action is hard to keep on target. Guys, the double action is meant to pull and shit and get. So when you pull this thing out, all you're doing is you're trying to put rounds down range. I'm not trying to sit there and put a group together. And it's so funny people say that. Now, I'm rambling on here, but I'm just going to go from front to back on this thing. But the trigger on this thing, double action, is not bad. Just like that. You don't get a whole lot of supplementary movement in the firearm itself. Double action is awesome. Very smooth. And, you know, here's the thing. It doesn't matter that it's a light pull, but it's a very smooth, mechanical ball bearing like move. Okay, there's no grating in there. And you know what? The T120, because I've put several hundred rounds down range with this thing, is even smoother. Just like that. Oh my God, it's like butter. All right, so moving on, let's talk about a couple of things. The top slide on this deal, serrations in the back, none in the front. You've got dovetail sights in here like that. They are 3-dot. They are not night sights. They're just painted white, which is not a big issue for me for a value weapon. You've got the striated front rail up here to absorb any type of lighting issues there. Talk about this over here. You've got the ejection port, and guys, and all this, essentially that's it. Now, it does come with these cheap plastic grips, but the nice thing about this, guys, is this is interchangeable with the CZ, so you can order the VZ grips for this thing. Now you say, why would you put a pair of $75 grips on a $325 gun? Well, let's just say this thing, if it was a Tanfoglio and made in Italy, it'd be a $600 gun. Or if it was a CZ, it's a $600 gun, not a $300 gun. So I don't look at it like that. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple other things I want to just show you. This is the magazine from the T120, and it fits. So you can carry a 17+1 capacity in this firearm, which is kind of cool because now I've gone where this could be a spare mag, just like I do with my XDM, where I have my high capacity, I think it was 16 rounds with my 12 round mag or 11 round mag. you're basically just sitting in the same portion as the same degree as that. With that being said, we're going to pull this thing apart, and this, you know, everybody's got their disassembly on a CZ or this thing right here. It's very simple. You line up your two little striker points right there, and you push your slide release, pull that out, and again, it's new, so it's a little on the difficult side. You just brawl that out. On this guy right here, the spring is not captured. The drive rod is steel, and it's a wire spun spring. On this guy right here, this guy is not twisted wire. The barrel is cold hammer forged chrome line. Look at that feed ramp right there, guys. On a $300 gun? Are you kidding me? Now, I've gone through this thing, and one of my deals is when I first get a firearm, I'm going to put a little lubricant in there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move that slide back a lot. And one of the things I'm finding on this particular firearm is that it is not quite as smooth as this guy right here, but not a big issue for me. It is smoother than a lot of firearms that I have. But as you can take a look at that, the internals are very nice. Not a whole lot of machining. And the guys, they do a great job putting the damn firearm together. And that's basically it. So we'll go ahead and reassemble this thing. Take a look inside the barrel. As you can see. Very smooth, very clean. How many landings we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 landings, 6 grooves. I don't even know how long the damn barrel is on this thing. 3 something inches. Go ahead and snap her back together again. There we go. And that's what it looks like that. Alright, now, you want to see something cool? I'm going to put that down right there. I'm going to take this T120 and we're going to pull it apart. I'm going to freak some people out. Watch this shit. This is cool. Now I got a C120. Compact with a 4.5 inch barrel or 4 inch barrel, whatever it is. And yeah, it's as smooth as butter. Look at that thing. Isn't that cool? Now, this slide will fit on the T120 frame, but it looks stupid. That actually looks like a damn custom pistol. I don't know, man. That's kind of cool looking. Everybody like, what in the world do you have there? Pretty neat. The C120. Funny. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this thing back apart. I just wanted to show everybody that. Now, for y'all that don't know, the CZ, Tanfolio, EAA, these guys right here, the Shark, and all those other guys, it's basically the slide runs inside the lower receiver, just like that. So that's a pretty neat illustration on how that works. Now let's take a look at this. Now if you look at the internals of this thing, they are well lubed up, but look at that mechanism. Very nice, very crisp, very clean, buttery on the action. Not so much on the slide, but the slide will work itself in after a while. Very nice. The slide release is huge on this thing. It's one of the deals I do like about it. Very big slide release. Very smooth operation. Magazines fall when they're supposed to, just like so. And the trigger itself, very smooth. Now let's get the trigger scale out here because that's the one thing we have left to do. And let's see what this thing pulls at in its single action capacity. And then what I want to do is I want to compare that to the T100 to see how consistent they are. Alright, so about a 5, that's a little overexposed, 5 1/4 pounds on a single action. Go ahead and put the T120 back together again. And again, you can see how this thing slide rides inside. Look at that. See how smooth that action is? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. Yes. back and forth, back and forth. All right, so 5¼ pounds on the C120 or C100. This is the T120. She's 6 pounds. So interesting there. All right, guys, so that's it. Great package. Overall, I'm very impressed with it. There's a couple little finish issues that I would have, but that's not, I don't think, TriStar's issue or Canic's issue. They've got some little picks on here, and I'm being really picky when I start saying something like that. In the hand, very comfortable, with exception I do have large hands, and back here, this point right here, that does dig into my hand right there. And again, I'm being overly picky on that thing. Overall, the trigger pull is very nice. Double action is fantastic, and people who, you know, are really upset, you know, or think the double action is supposed to be something that's so smooth, guys, the double action is supposed to be deliberate. Now, you can carry this thing in safe and prevent it from going off just like that. Slide is inoperable. So when it's in safe, the gun itself is completely inoperable. You can leave it in fire position where you see the red dot right there. It goes into double action. You can carry it in single action mode, locked and cocked. Nothing's going to happen, but you need to train yourself to go ahead and bring that down, pull the trigger. All right, so guys, the C100, this is a good tabletop review. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. We're going to do a lot more videos on this guy, and I'm hooked, man. The TriStar product, Canic, have got me 100%, and I'm looking forward to going ahead and putting a couple more of these guys in the safe and having some fun with them. But anyway, support your boys in blue. God bless America. God bless those men and women in uniform 24/7 for our freedom. Because freedom is not free. It's Code Word 32. Out.